Oh, Jesus Christ. Please. Please, dear God, let me sleep. Just for 5 minutes. Oh, God. The light. What the hell is this? Loony Poony? Hello, welcome back to Loony Poony on Sin Nation. We're doing gender roles in this genderly, fluidy, lovely episode. Welcome.
I'm a fan of genders.
Hey, me too. I happen to be one.
I have one. I don't know if I am a gender specifically. I don't know if I embody a gender.
I've been filling out government forms wrong.
Gender, yes.
Do own. Thank you. I heard on the grapevine from you this morning that you've got a lovely news story today.
I do. Not so much to do with gender roles, but to do with genders, definitely.
When I think of gender roles, I think of a really nice lunch. It's. I just want to put that out there right now.
Just a big meaty sandwich.
Well, hey, nice pun.
Thank you. But before we get to that,
before we take a big meaty bite,
news story came out yesterday. Well, it's been a bit of a continuing story about Scottish man Muhammad Abad, who
that's a very odd Scottish name.
Well, you know, the world is multicultural now.
Yeah.
Get over it, Pauline Hanson.
But
bit of an ongoing news story. So, bit of history. Muhammad Abad was in a car accident when he was 6, and since then he has never had sex because his penis was ripped off.
Oof.
Which, you know, very unfortunate. In 2012, though, he did have surgery to fit an 8-inch mechanical penis to his body.
Oh, they were liberal with the size.
Well, look, you don't want to be ridiculous about it.
Yeah.
But
you want to be like, hey, dude, I'm going to scratch your back with this.
Yeah.
You
it's like,
deserve
look,
it.
You've had a rough time. We're going to give you something nice. Unfortunately,
nice, you got to say it twice.
It only became fully functional at the end of last year. Now, Muhammad did become actually a bit of a viral, let's say sensation. A bit of a viral sensation earlier this year when, obviously, story like that, bionic penis gets fitted, that's just, it's going to get on the internet.
Oh, yeah. And I heard they're going to reboot $1 Million Man with the story. Do we have the facilities to rebuild him?
I'm pretty sure that's RoboCop.
We have the technology.
Pretty
That's
sure that's
it.
RoboCop.
We have the technology. I don't know. Aren't they the same thing?
Anyway, so earlier this year, a sex worker actually heard his story, spent some time with him, and helped him to finally lose his virginity at the age of 44. You know, makes you feel a bit better for Steve Carell.
Yeah.
However, the reason that he's come back up is that he's been interviewed again, and recently he has gotten literally way too much attention from women for him to keep up. And
That's so great.
He's constantly getting messages, and I quote, so that they can try it out.
I just thought of a great thing. Oh my god, they should make a movie. You know Robot Chicken?
Yeah.
They're gonna make a male version. Robot cock.
Robocock.
Because it's a male chicken.
So they've heard about my bionic penis. They want to try it out. They are all very intrigued and think I can make love for hours. He also goes on to say that by the time he gets home, he's too tired for sex. So that makes you wonder how many women he's actually had going on with this.
Yeah, that's...
And the biggest question I actually have is, A, is it battery powered? And B, does it vibrate? Because I feel like that's just something you should do.
Well, I've got 2 questions. Well, yeah, no, it's kind of one question, but it's 2. You know Knight Rider?
Yeah.
What's the name of the car?
Kit.
Does it have the voice of Kit? Or
Why would it have a voice?
because that would be so cool.
Okay, if you didn't learn like that penises shouldn't talk from watching Bruno, you're never going to learn.
But it's like the best cop duo now. A man and his penis will take back the city. And it's like, well, it's that, or is it like...
Muhammad and Dick rule the streets.
I'm sorry, Dave. I can't do that.
I don't want to go there, Dave.
Open the pod bay doors, Hal. By that he means his zipper.
So what, now it can open his pants for him as well?
Yeah, it's got little arms. And
Yeah,
it just...
and then they like shrink back inside the shaft.
Prepare for docking. No! Oh, that could be... Someone needs to make something out of this.
So there's actually a little bit of description on how it works as well. The bionic penis has 2 tubes running along its length, which inflate when he presses a button on his testicle. Now,
oh my god, just like me.
I do want to make absolutely clear. It does say testicle singular, but it doesn't say which one. So, if you ever do end up getting into this guy's pants, maybe just like go for both, and then surely you're gonna get one of them.
You have to continually press it, so all you hear is
Just pump it up.
how much does it take? 40 psi. Yeah.
I just want to know, at what, like, does he still ejaculate? I don't know.
Well, yeah, that's a really interesting. Like,
And like, does it self lubricate?
another good question. Does he have to oil it? Does he feel anything, or is it just
like
a strap-on? A really fancy
does he just,
strap-on.
is it really just him watching? Put like exercising and watching.
Can he pee out of it?
I would assume so.
Well, otherwise it would be kind of pointless.
Well, it does say.
Well, it says
Well,
fully
no,
functional.
pretty sure it points.
Well, it would be fully functional.
It says 2 tubes, so I assume one of them is for urine.
True, and then the other can... Maybe he pees twice. So nice he pees twice.
It's just like on Hot Rod, just like get on the FM radio and the TV.
It's like a sprinkler. Oh, right, with that amazing penis story, that is... Actually, I think that's very cool. Let's go into the next song. It's going to be Sex by Berlin. Welcome back to Loony Poony on Sin Nation. That was Sex by Berlin. I didn't know that Berlin would really like sex, but hey.
Hey, Berlin
Apparently.
likes what Berlin wants to like, okay?
Yeah.
And don't you dare tell it otherwise. It likes its walls, it doesn't like its walls. You just let Berlin do what it wants,
It's
okay?
a place that's kind of divided on the whole topic. That was...
Insensitive.
Now we're going to have 3 people get that reference. Yeah! Your history session with Loony Poony. We're not all about sex and genders.
Hey, that's a very important relationship in history.
Well, yeah, I mean, we've got all kinds of relationships like that. And hey,
Yeah.
there's no gender in that relationship. Unless the wall, because that wall gets
Well,
dominated.
America likes to think it's a big man.
Well, I can tell you, it's a big dick a lot of the time.
Hey.
Hey, let's... And then we diss other countries. Please don't attack us. That one person who knows something about America who just happened to turn on the radio at this point. We're sorry.
So gender roles, right?
That's your opening line at a party. So I'm a guy, am I right? I can't chop wood.
I could if I wanted to. I wouldn't be good at it. Hey, people do it with a shotgun now. I think I can do that.
Wait, really?
Yeah, that's a thing.
I chop wood with a traditional splitter. A little handy splitter. In my... What? I've been doing this wrong. Wow. I feel so inferior right now.
Yeah, it's just like, hey, there's an easy way to do this, and it's like another reason for the Second Amendment.
Normal chopping wood's boring. It's in case we get robbed and I need to chop wood at the same time.
It just works.
One bullet in the chamber for wood.
Or was it like, get off my property. Hey, that tree came down. Wow, that was so much easier than using a splitter.
Man, they took that Snow White and the Huntsman movie to an entirely different level. Snow White and the Lumberjack. It's a hipster remake. Instead of a poisoned apple, it's poisoned pumpkin spice latte. And they don't kill a pig's heart. It's not a pig's heart. That's animal cruelty. No.
No, you can't do that.
Instead, he has to bring me the heart of kale.
Anyway. Artichoke heart.
And it's not Snow White. It's Snow whatever she wants to be.
Yeah.
It's not who is the fairest lady of them all. Who is the fairest individual?
Yes.
Gender roles.
Because gender identity is up to the individual.
Not the rest of everyone else.
Not society.
Which...
Because society is shit.
Well, I've been told. It's like the whole conformity argument. Don't conform with society. Conform with our group of conformists.
Society.
Yeah. Just because we all conform to the same group doesn't make us conformists.
Man, I'm such a non-conformist. I'm gonna conform, so I'm not conforming with you guys.
You guys conform on your own level. You conformists. I feel like now every time we make a comment that's completely off topic, we'll have a banner that just goes gender roles.
But
this so far goes into gender roles.
No, okay. So gender identity, it's a very controversial topic at the moment, just because we seem to be entering a period of time where you can't judge anyone for anything, even if it's ridiculous.
That's a very good point.
Look, there is a level of gender identity where it's like, yeah, okay, you identify as a woman, you identify as a man, you're gender fluid, whatever. But when you start attacking other people for saying that woman, it's like, oh my god.
Yeah.
She
is.
You get that.
Well, it's also people bastardizing the name of feminism. That annoys me.
Oh,
because that's like, you've just taken a word and used it to your own will.
Yeah.
Whilst you can do that, you're a dick for doing it.
Yeah. Which is probably like the worst thing you can call a feminist.
Yeah.
A dick.
Well, there was actually someone got really angry because she was called a vagina. And Conan, it was Conan did a segment on it, and he said, "What kind of
was she called a vagina, or was she called another word for
another
vagina?
word for a vagina?"
Gotcha.
Yeah, and I think Conan did a segment on it, and he went, "Yeah, who would dare call someone by their genitals? What a dick!" And it's like, it's a good point.
Actually, no. The worst thing you could ever say to a feminist is go up to her and go, "Oh, hey, man."
It's so bad jokes. It's not even good jokes. It's shit jokes. But it is a very controversial thing. And I actually, my grandma, who grew up in Limnos in Greece in the time of the Second World War when they were taken over by Nazis, it is a controversial topic of this time.
Yes.
Because even if you ask, like, my mum, who was born in the 60s, or them who were born, ages ago, they're like, we didn't have this. We didn't have depression.
Yeah.
This is all new stuff. We didn't get depressed. We kind of woke up and went, all right, we got to survive or we're going to die.
Although, now I think about it, my dad always selected Peach for Mario Kart, so gender fluidity may have just been...
Oh my god. Well,
interesting.
I had a friend who always picked Melina in Mortal Kombat, and I think that
different.
was because she was a woman, and for the wrong reasons.
Yeah, very visual reasons. Let's go with that.
Very convincing.
Yeah.
that was a moment of she's a woman and she knows it, and so does everyone else. It is a very heated topic of gender roles because people also say I can identify as my gender and I'm going to show it through what I wear. And sometimes I like to sort of look at that and go, there's a difference between showing off your gender and being proud of who you are, and then common decency.
Yeah.
Sometimes, yes, be proud, but please put some clothes on.
Well,
you're walking down the street.
The thing is, there's that, but there's also, it's like, I identify as a man. I'm a man, I identify as a man. That's just how it is. But I'm not going to shove that in your face. And even if you
that's
don't
sexual assault.
Yeah, and even if you identify as a gender you weren't biologically born as, please don't shove it in my face.
Yeah, it's like, that's really good for you. It's
very
very good.
Yeah, you make your decision, you live your life by that. but I've never met you before. I don't really care.
I just wanted a coffee. With all of this talk about men, let's hear about what a real man is with Joe Jackson. You're listening to Loony Poony on Sin Nation, and this is Real Men by Joe Jackson. Hello and welcome back to Loony Poony on Sin Nation. That was Real Men by Joe Jackson, and now I know what I've been doing wrong my whole life. I'm a real man now.
Yeah, it's good to know. But now it's time for...
Sex Fact.
The butterflies of love is a very romantic term. However, the French direct translation, papillon d'amour, translates to pubic lice. And you thought the French were romantic.
I would like to give my love butterfly. Oh my god! Are those ants? Oh, you wish, baby! Oh, that's so bad. I wish I could remember it. I heard a great French curse word, and it's killing me that I don't remember it. It was so good. The French know how to swear.
Oh, they really do.
They know how to eat. They know how to make cool-ass buildings and art and how to swear. The French do a lot right. Just saying. I am a French appreciator.
I used to be able to speak French.
Now,
all I can remember is papillon d'amour and merde de tête, which is shithead.
Well, all I remember is cat and dog, chat and chien, that's it.
Yeah.
And how to count to, 20. And baguette. And, because of Flight of the Conchords, fou de fafa. And I'm pretty sure that's not even a thing. Oh, it's great. France is great.
France is great.
I've been to France. It's a lovely place.
I have not. I really want to.
I was there when I was 10. First about 10 minutes of being in France, two old guys got into a fight on the bus. And after kicking each other, hugged and sat down. It was beautiful.
I love Europe.
Europe is great. Europe is terrific.
Will you go to Europe with me, Aiden?
I'd go to Europe with you, Jacob. Let's go. Euro trip.
You know what? Right now. See you guys.
We're out. See you later. I'm going to go sell all my belongings and make $15 from it all. See you laters.
But before that...
we got to tackle gender roles
We do. Okay, we got a bit on gender identity, but gender roles, like in a household, you got to think nowadays, it's... Okay, so... Back in the day, it was like man went to work, woman stayed home, took care of everything, like the kids if they had any, and that was just how it was.
Yeah.
Nowadays, you got to think they're a little bit unnecessary.
Yeah, and it's not polarized at all. It's very all over the place.
Well, considering most nuclear families have both parents working anyway, just so they can afford the mortgage.
Well, yeah. And less and less people are having kids.
Yeah.
Even though we do have I think we've got one of the biggest growth rates in the world. But that's mostly immigration. Yeah. Anyway, economics is a different thing.
Yeah, we're talking about that. But the thing is, if I had the option, I would totally be a house husband.
Oh, shit, dude, totally.
Like, gender roles is like, no, wife, you can be the man, I'll be the woman. I'm okay with this. Like, I'm sure you empower yourself. You go.
You strong, independent thing. I'm gonna be codependent. Hell yeah!
I'll stay here and make you a toasted cheese sandwich for dinner. That's what I can do.
I would be a terrible house husband though. She'd get home and I'd be sitting there and I'd just be like, yeah, I was gonna do something.
But I didn't.
Rick and Morty Season 3 came out.
Yeah.
So I'm not moving.
Well, look, if you're lucky, she'll understand.
Well, yeah.
If you're with someone that loves and you're not lucky, she'll ask why you didn't wait for her.
Well, I'm hoping that I have really good puppy dog eyes and I can just live my life off that. But sadly, I don't think that's ever going to be the case. And gender roles, because of gender identity and all of these new things that is coming into play and we're sort of now becoming a lot more aware of, and it's like, represent all the things, because not everyone's the same, and that's very true, and we've got to not pretend like everybody's the same. Why am I talking like this? I don't really know. Anyway.
That's how we talk now.
Technical difficulties. So, I don't know why that's funny. So, with it, there are some arguments coming out. And a lot of people are, I mean, just for the heck of it, I went onto BuzzFeed because I'm like,
Look,
credible source of information.
They
What
know
do you
what's
people
up.
think about gender roles? And BuzzFeed, pretty much in a nutshell, kind of took gender roles and screamed at it and then went, no, and threw it against the wall. But I'm going to play the devil's advocate right now and go, we should have gender roles. Gender roles are good
Okay.
because men and women, not just biologically, but neurologically, are different.
Correct.
So gender roles should be different. And there should be some kind of, stereotype attached. And then whatever you want to do, go and do. That's cool.
So you think there should be pretty much a template for people to follow, but they don't actually have to follow it?
Yes. It's sort of
It's like, here's the way that you are designed to be, but don't do that if you don't want to.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's pretty much what's happening now, is you can have been born with a dick, but if you don't want that dick, you don't have to have that dick.
Yeah.
Here's something, but then, of course, there are situations where people are changing gender way too many times.
I know, like, you should do it once. It's like, think long and hard about whether this is the actual correct decision, and that's what you get.
Well, the big thing is do it for you. Don't do it because for any other reason, because any other reason probably isn't going to be that valid.
Yeah. It's like, if you genuinely believe that you were born as the wrong gender, okay.
Yeah.
But if you're doing it to get famous, please
Yeah.
do us all a favor and live under a rock. Don't associate with anybody because the Darwin Awards are there for a reason, and I think you're it.
Yeah. It's... Because, I mean, an article I read made some really good points about gender roles. It was a situation of we should have gender roles because we are different and gender roles should be different. And it shouldn't be anything for everyone because...
Yeah, but it shouldn't be just like set in stone that the man should work, the woman should stay home.
No.
Which is what gender roles used to be.
Yeah.
And in some places still are.
Well, it's like World War II. Gender roles stopped because all the men were off at war. It was like... Yeah, right.
Well, the women had to
now.
work.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
The women were like, okay, let's do this. We can do this.
Yeah.
And everyone went, yes, you can.
Well, I'd say I don't even know when the gender roles really came in because in like the Wild West sort of times, women were more pioneering than men were.
And
like in terms of business and economy anyway.
Yeah. And in the Middle Ages, I mean, you had to pee on your clothes to get them clean. No one was happy. It was not a good time for anyone.
No, they call it the Dark Ages for a reason.
Yeah, and yes, the men went to war, women didn't.
Yeah.
And that was the main thing. And now women can go to war, anyone can go to war.
Yeah.
Heck, in some places, the kids are going to war, and that's a terrible thing.
Yeah, but the thing, like back then, it was like to fight, you needed to be physically strong.
Yeah.
And
now you can kill someone from, from here. I could press a button and then Africa's gone.
Do you have that button?
You ever wondered what's under this desk? If one finger misses the silent alarm, Africa gone.
On that note.
And with Africa being... Just kidding, Africa, we still love you. Let's go to Lola by the Kinks here on Sin Nation with Loony Poony. That was Lola by the Kinks, and you're listening to Loony Poony on Sin Nation.
It's a good song.
It is great song.
You know, as far as covers of Weird Al Yankovic go.
Turns out he's just created all this music and everyone's been copying him. I wish that was true, because Amish Paradise...
Right?
I've memorized the lyrics.
I did at one point.
It's so good. I think I had to write a piece.
Actually, bring that up. The Amish, gender roles working pretty well there.
Actually, yes. That's true.
Like, they got a good little society going on.
Well, with what you said about, you take the stronger people to war and the men were the ones to go to war, biologically, men are stronger.
Yes.
That's kind of how it is.
Yeah, which doesn't really come into war anymore.
No.
It did, though.
No.
And the Amish don't go to war, but they have to, like,
It would be very, very entertaining to watch.
Just throwing like hose.
I'll
And
kill you, Abraham! Throwing hose,
Yeah.
getting shovels.
As in like
riding
the
a
gardening
goat.
tool. The gardening tool, guys. We're not.
Inflatable sex dolls. Like riding a goat into battle with a
But
bell.
that's the thing. Like most of the tasks that men undertake in the Amish community do require a certain amount of strength, like like tilling fields,
Yeah.
like even milking cows, like things like that.
Yeah, and like...
Whereas, and then the women like raising barns as well.
True. That turns out can't do that with one man. I learned that the hard way. Ooh. And planning permits. Who made those?
That'll be Amish. Don't need planning permits for nothing. Just get all the community together. It's like, we're doing this. Yeah, we're doing it.
Oh, it's already done. They're like really placid, but then when they have to raise a barn, they become really aggressive.
They only drink water and milk, except for when it's barn raising time, where they get a shipment of Red Bull.
They start a TV show on Fox about Amish people raising barns, but it's done like Pimp My Ride. So an Amish guy comes on, he's like, "Let's build the shit out of that barn."
Why is he Irish?
I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. My brain just went there.
That's an example where gender roles actually work.
Yeah, and
Like-
for a long time,
Yeah,
it's been going pretty great.
That's the thing. They just didn't change where everyone else did.
Yeah. Well,
and to be honest, they're doing pretty well.
Well,
lowest crime rates.
No cyberbullying.
No cyberbullying. Don't get brain cancer from your mobile phone.
True. They don't get interrupted at dinner time by call centres.
You're not staying up too late.
That's-
Because you go down with the sun. You
that's
get up
right.
nice and early. You're productive.
You're not hooked onto Netflix all the time.
I've resisted that so far. I'm pretty happy with that.
Oh, you see, no. There's a reason I have 2 monitors on my desk. Yeah. God, why did House MD have to be a good show?
Yeah, right.
It sucks. But gender roles has worked. And for us, I mean, people do argue that the problem nowadays is we have, quote unquote, this isn't my opinion, this is someone else. I want to make that clear that we have too much time on our hands to think, so we come up with our own new problems.
Yeah.
One being identity, because I come from a Greek background, the background of you don't worry about.
Masculinity.
Well, it's not that. It's actually not even that, because the females in my family are the strongest people.
Yeah.
Like my mum, I was scared of my mum. My dad, I was not scared by him.
Well,
I was scared of my
well,
mum.
that's the thing.
Still am.
If you watch My Big Fat Greek Wedding,
Yeah,
you'll hear the spiel.
that's right. And it's that, and it's you don't
Just
worry
actually,
about.
sorry, just off topic. How accurate is that movie?
It gets quite a few things wrong.
Yeah,
quite a
well,
few things.
it's Hollywood.
Yeah, they Hollywooded up a bit. It's,
Okay. Okay.
About
Anyway,
5 out of 10.
yeah.
I'd give it
Anyway,
5 out of 10.
on topic again.
On top of you. We get so. I mean, I was asked once in an English language class. I'm cynical, so I'm like the worst person to ask this to in front of the class. It was, Aiden, when you wake up, what do you identify as? And I said, that sexy guy looking back at me in the mirror. That was because it's like that's kind of what it is for me. I've grown up in the household of you are what you are. You're gonna be the best that you're gonna be. Try your hardest. You'll get far in life. Work hard.
And just
play
enjoy
hard.
who you are.
Just enjoy it. Don't worry. Don't freak out too much. Just live life well. Work hard. Do well by your family. Honor your name. There you go. If I went home and said, "Mum, I want to be a girl," she'd go, "Yeah, that's cool." But we never worried about that.
Yeah.
We never grew up on that. It was just you are what you are. Be happy with it.
Yeah, the unfortunate thing is a lot of people are still stuck in the, no, you were born this way and that's the way you were intended to be. You should always be how you were born.
And some people are taking that as you are this, and they're going, "Hell no, I'm not."
Yeah. And it's like, and like deep down they are, but it's just like, no, you're telling me what I am and therefore I don't want to be that.
Yeah, it's that mentality of I want to do things people tell me I can't do, which I do that.
Yeah.
But in that circumstance, I wouldn't see. It's like I wouldn't want to be a girl because then I'd have my own problems.
Yeah.
The problems wouldn't change. I would just be a girl. I'd have the hormones of a girl, the body of a girl, and
Although if you became a girl now, there's one big girl problem you would avoid. Well, technically two.
my Little Pony phase.
You don't have to be a girl to enjoy that. Don't judge me. I was talking more about, certain monthly cycles.
Oh, well, I wouldn't miss. I'd still get.
No, you wouldn't. If you became a girl now.
No, I wouldn't. That's right.
And
I mean, that's a big plus.
Yeah.
Because I am so sorry, girls.
That is awful.
That is.
We don't understand, but we.
You've got my condolences.
Yeah.
I will do anything for you to make it better because that stuff, it just sounds terrible.
We sympathize as much as we can.
Yeah. But although guys we have our own problem that doesn't. This problem is not understood by women. Random boners.
Oh, it's so annoying.
It's so bad.
Look, it's not painful, like a period, but it's just
it's bad.
It's embarrassing. It's annoying. It just gets in the way.
And then and if it's in a bad position, then you end up walking funny.
Yeah,
and
you gotta sort of shift it around with anyone thinking that you're playing with yourself.
You have to huddle.
Yeah.
Or crouch over a bit to hide it.
Yeah.
And it's just awkward. And then someone calls you to the front of the class and you have to stand up there. Although luckily now, I'm in engineering, so we're all dudes, so I could probably stand proud and we'd all laugh about it. And with standing proud and laughing about it, let's listen to I'll Make a Man Out of You from the soundtrack of Mulan.
Yeah.
Such a great movie.
Oh,
classic.
My favorite Disney movie of all time.
So
she's just so badass.
Oh yeah, totally. And it's great gender roles.
Yeah.
We're on point.
Yeah. that totally just gets rid of our whole argument about men being the ones who go to war. And
there's no point being the devil's advocate now. You're listening to Loony Poony on Sin Nation, in case you just tuned in with us. It's been great.
It has been.
And
it always is.
It always is. And to continue on with this greatness, I'm going to bring back something that really should never ever go away. Cosmo sex tips.
Cosmo sex tips.
Because let's face it, no matter what gender you are, what race, what creed, doesn't matter. By the way, I love the word creed.
Yeah, I just wish the band didn't ruin it.
Oh, yeah, true. And the one thing we all need are good sex tips.
Or awful sex tips from Cosmo.
God, what would I do without this website? Probably go without terrifically awful sex tips. All right, let's go with when things get boring.
Ooh, this sounds interesting.
How to spice up when things get boring. All right, the first one is take a few of your favourite erotically appealing flavour combinations, like peanut butter and honey, or whipped cream and chocolate sauce, and mix up yummy treats all over his body.
Chocolate sauce, okay. Whipped cream, okay.
Yes.
Honey,
Honey and peanut butter, though.
Look, is it smooth or crunchy peanut butter?
Well, it's just a bitch to clean either way.
Well, thing is, if it's crunchy peanut butter, be very careful where you're putting that, because I don't want it. There are places I do not want that to end up.
Yeah. And, I mean, it says all over his body, so, is it no holds barred? Put it wherever you want to put it.
Yeah.
But that's not that bad. That's pretty tame. Because this next one is keep a spray bottle filled with ice water next to the bed and give each other a strategic spritz to extend the encounter. Aim for the nerve-packed, thin-skinned areas on each other's body, such as the nipples. Now, in this situation, I can see myself enjoying my time with a lovely, gorgeous model. Because since we're making this completely unrealistic, let's make the woman completely unrealistic. The situation wouldn't be, ooh, sexy. It would be, what the fuck?
See, what I was saying is
why did you do that?
See, that's how I trained my dog. It's just
that's how we get the cat to not jump up on the table.
It's like, you will not enjoy this.
Well, it extends the encounter in all of the wrong ways.
Yeah, just
it makes you stop and go,
doesn't.
Why?
See, that doesn't extend the encounter. It's like, yep, we're done here.
It's like, if you want to extend the encounter, burst into a ball of flames. Okay, there's another one that is use silicon-based lube to give each other a pre-nookie rub-down.
Okay. Silicon is in the sticky stuff that you use to put things together and never come off.
You just... Oh,
We'll be together forever now.
My hand is on your penis, and it's not moving. You're mine now. There's actually there was one sex tip that was given to me by a dear friend of mine, which was great. You can buy this oil that you rub on yourself, and then you rub it on your partner with your body, which can either make you look like a drowning seal, or it can be very erotic, which is nice. This kind of doesn't do that. This one is one that really made me go, ugh. It was mix 1 tablespoon of saliva. The kinda deep in your throat works best. Its viscosity makes it a good substitute for lube. With 1 tablespoon of water to stretch the spit.
Yeah, no, I agree with that one. There's nothing that gets me going more than watery phlegm.
Watery, coughed up mucus.
That's what I need in my sex life.
I like it when before a woman gets nice and close, she goes, "Hua, hua," just for 5 minutes straight. I mean, what's funny?
But how do you mix it? It's just like, do you keep it like beforehand? Just have like this little shot glass of spit and water ready to go?
Then you just pour a jug and just drop it in and then mix it with a spoon or a
and
whisk.
then just like pour a little in your hand. You're like, yeah, there it is. That's
the bit that doesn't really make any sense here is it doesn't say what to use it for. Now, I'm imagining lube, I think, but then there are so many other bodily alternatives, like blood, that you can use. Or call back to a previous episode, poop.
Or, what's really great, actual lube. That's what it's designed for.
Well, yeah, instead of basically water. Because, I mean, water doesn't work. Yeah. And this one just will lead to bad moments. Feed each other ice cream in the dark. In the dark is in brackets, by the way. Not being able to see means more spilling, which means more licking up the mess.
Look, I don't really want to brush over you, but I just saw one, and use your electric toothbrush or your iPhone when your vibrator is out of batteries. Look, listen, girls, I'm not going to pretend I've used a vibrator, but... And look, I could be wrong here, but that just not sound good.
Well, in my experiences, I'm not going to go into areas that no one wants to hear, but I've been in that area, but not actual things that are designed for the purpose with a partner, not this. If you don't use your iPhone, because then it brings up the fear of every time I need to ask someone to use their phone, I'm going to have to ask them the question, have you put this near your genitals? And your toothbrush.
No, that goes in your mouth.
You'll get diseases.
Although
you could get diseases.
Actually, you're essentially just giving yourself a blowjob.
Do you have a yeast infection? Use your toothbrush. Do you have a fear of crabs? Do you have facial hair? Well, today's your lucky day.
All right, one more.
We'll go one more, just to really go with this. Avoid anything that'll cause hearty belly laughs in films like Superbad. I like how they use an example. A jiggly tummy won't make you feel good.
Yes, it does. Literally every time.
I think sex and laughter goes hand in hand.
I mean, sex is funny, especially when you just sort of like slip over.
Yeah, sex can be... I once had sex whilst watching the latest Transformers movie, and it was funny. Transformers!
I don't think these people understand that laughter is a good thing, and it is it probably releases the second most amount of endorphins of anything you can do.
It depends if they're laughing at you, because for you it doesn't release endorphins.
I don't care anymore. It's just like, you're laughing at me? I'll laugh at me. Why not?
Yeah, and actually, it's a good story for your mates. So I was with this hot babe, right? Yeah, she laughed at me. I have no self-esteem now.
And then they laugh, and see, it's great for everybody.
Then we all laughed. With laughing at sex. Now that we've allowed people to laugh at sex, I think we should go into another song.
Good idea.
And it's an appropriate one, because if someone laughs at you, you have some damage done by Keita Alexander. Welcome back to Loony Poony on Sin Nation. That was Damage Done by Keita Alexander. I've heard she's done a lot of damage. Yeah.
Really?
How cruel is she?
How dare she?
Have a break. Have a Keita Alexander. I'm so sorry. Who said off the cuff comedy is good?
Yeah. No one.
Yeah, no one. If they did,
They're
just
wrong.
bring them here. We'll prove them wrong.
But unfortunately, that is all the time we've got for this week.
That's all the off. And next week is going to be our last broadcast for Loony Poony. Yeah. We're gonna. It's just every song's going to be a sad, tiny violin.
In fact, that's all it's going to be. We're not even going to talk. Just have the violin playing the whole time.
We're just going to. No, we'll make it a clip show.
Oh, that'd be great.
A clip show. But we'll make it. We'll do it differently. The clips will be only dead air. The bits where there was like 2 seconds of dead air. People are gonna, Sin are gonna be like, did you guys go to air? We're like, yeah, you didn't hear it? It was a clip show. It was our best bits.
Where we weren't talking.
The biggest self-put down of all time.
But until then, thanks for tuning in.
Thank you all for tuning in. This has been Gender Fluidity with Loony Poony on Sin Nation. Take it easy.